All right, welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're going deep on, manifestation,
hmm
making things happen just by thinking about them.
Yeah, like the power of the mind kind of stuff.
Exactly, exactly. And we got this excerpt from Manifest Your Dreams, the ultimate guide to creating your reality.
Oh, catchy title.
Right. And that's that's our jumping off point for this deep dive.
Awesome.
So, basically what we're trying to do here is figure out, can we really consciously work towards the things we want in life?
Yeah, is this real? Does this actually work?
Yeah, I mean, some people swear by it.
Right. But is it just wishful thinking or is there
Yeah.
something more to it?
Exactly. And that's what we want to unpack. So
Yeah.
we're going to look at the core principles behind manifestation,
hmm
see what methods are being suggested, and then, figure out, are there any insights here that we can actually use?
Yeah, I'm all for actionable insights for sure.
Totally. So let's jump right in. This guide, it starts with a personal story, which I think is a smart move.
Totally. Got to hook people in, right?
Right. So the author, they were talking about feeling super stuck in their job, just totally drained.
Yeah, I think a lot of people can relate to that.
Oh, for sure. And they said that discovering manifestation led to some big changes for them.
Like what? What kind of changes?
Oh, like switching careers.
Wow.
Yeah. And just feeling more fulfilled overall.
So like not just external changes, but also internal shifts.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing that really stood out to me was this idea of alignment.
Alignment. Yeah, I saw that too. What do you make of that?
Well, it seems like it's about getting your thoughts, your beliefs, your actions, everything all on the same page.
So it's not just about wishing, but about actually becoming the person who has what you want.
Right, like acting in a way that's consistent with your goals.
Make sense?
Yeah.
You can't just sit on the couch visualizing $1 million
Yeah.
and expect it to appear.
No, right. You gotta at least buy a lottery ticket or something.
Yeah, maybe start a business, invest wisely.
Exactly. Okay, so this guide breaks down manifestation into what it calls the 3 pillars of manifestation.
Okay, 3 pillars. Let's hear them.
All right, so the first pillar is clarity. And this is all about, really getting specific about what you want.
Oh, so not just like I want to be rich, but like I want to earn X amount of money by doing Y.
Yes, exactly. And they use this example of wanting love. Like, what does love even mean to you?
Right, right.
Is it about trust or adventure or security?
Totally. Everyone has a different definition.
And the guide stresses the importance of actually writing it down.
Putting pen to paper. Why do you think that matters so much?
Well, I think it forces you to really think it through.
Yeah.
It's one thing to have a vague idea floating around in your head.
Right, but when you write it down, it becomes more real.
Exactly. And it's like you're sending a clear signal to the universe.
Okay, so clarity is key. Got it. What's the second pillar?
Second pillar is belief. So you've got to believe that what you want is actually possible.
This is where I struggle, to be honest.
Yeah, I get it. This is where the mindset stuff comes in.
It's so easy to get bogged down by doubts.
Oh, for sure. And the guide talks about how negative self-talk can totally sabotage you.
Oh, yeah, like I'm not good enough, I'll never achieve that kind of stuff.
Exactly. You're essentially telling yourself it's not going to happen.
And then, surprise, surprise, it doesn't happen.
Right. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy.
So we got to flip the script, right? Believe in ourselves and our dreams.
That's the idea. And then the third pillar, aligned action, is all about, actually doing something.
Okay, so this is where the rubber meets the road.
You got it. The guide asks this really interesting question. What would the version of you who already has this do?
That's a good one. Makes you think.
Right. So instead of focusing on what you're lacking, you're stepping into the mindset of the person who already has what you want.
And then you start acting like that person.
Exactly. You're taking actions that are aligned with your goals.
Okay, I'm liking this. So we have clarity, belief, and aligned action.
The 3 pillars.
Yeah, and I'm guessing they all work together, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's like a 3-legged stool. You need all 3 for it to stand.
Makes sense.
Uh-huh.
Now, what I found really intriguing was how the guide brought in neuroscience.
Oh, yeah, that was fascinating.
Like, they actually tried to explain how manifestation works in the brain.
Right. They had this neuroscientist, Dr. Name.
Okay, Dr. Name. What did they say?
Well, they talked about the reticular activating system, or the RAS.
I've heard of that. It's like a filter in your brain, right?
Yeah, basically. It helps you focus on what's important and filter out the rest.
So like a million things are happening around us, but we only notice a few.
Exactly. And the guide used that analogy of the red car.
Oh yeah, that's a classic one. How does it go again?
So, like, you decide you want to buy a red car, and suddenly you start seeing red cars everywhere.
Yeah, I've totally experienced that.
Right. And it's not that there are suddenly more red cars.
Your brain is now tuned into them.
Exactly. So the idea is that when you focus on your goals through manifestation practices,
You're basically programming your RAS to notice opportunities related to those goals.
right, you're making your brain more sensitive to the things that can help you achieve what you want.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, but Dr. Name also cautioned about stress and doubt.
Oh, right, because those can really mess with your focus.
Yeah, when you're stressed, your amygdala goes into overdrive.
That's the fear center, right?
Yeah, and that can hijack your attention, making you focus on threats instead of opportunities.
So it's like a tug of war between your RAS and your amygdala.
Kinda, yeah. And that's why practices like gratitude and meditation are so important.
They help to calm the amygdala down, right?
Exactly. So it's about creating a more balanced state of mind.
Where you're open to possibilities and not constantly freaking out.
Exactly. And that's where the magic can happen, I guess.
Okay, so it's not just about attracting things magically.
Yeah,
It's about training your brain to see what's already there and seize opportunities.
yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Okay, cool.
Mm.
So is there anything else in this guide?
Oh, yeah. They actually have a 7-day manifestation challenge.
A challenge.
Oh,
Sounds intense.
it's actually pretty simple. It's like a step-by-step guide to put these principles into practice.
Okay, I'm down for a challenge. Let's hear it.
Okay, so day 1, you write down your goal in detail.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the key. You write it in the present tense as if it's already happened.
Oh, interesting. So instead of saying, I want to travel the world, I would say, I am traveling the world.
Exactly. It's like you're already living that reality.
Okay, got it. What's next?
Day 2 is all about making a vision board.
Ah, a vision board. I love those.
Yeah, me too. It's a fun way to get creative and visualize your goals.
And having those visual reminders can be really powerful.
Oh, totally. It keeps your goals front and center in your mind.
All right, day 3.
Day 3 is gratitude journaling. You spend like 10 minutes writing down what you're thankful for.
Oh, gratitude. That's
Yeah.
always good.
Right. It helps to shift your focus from what you lack to what you already have.
Yeah, it's a great way to cultivate a more positive mindset.
Okay, moving on to day 4.
Mm-hmm.
This is where you take one aligned action toward your goal.
Oh, so this is where we actually do something.
Exactly. It could be something small, like sending an email, making a phone call.
The key is to take action, right?
Yeah, even a small step can create momentum.
Okay, makes sense. What about day 5?
Day 5 is all about affirmations.
Mm.
Positive statements that reinforce your beliefs.
Ah, like, I am worthy of success, that kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. And the guide suggests saying them out loud.
Interesting. Why out loud?
Well, it's like you're making a declaration to the universe.
And to yourself.
And to yourself, right. It helps to solidify those beliefs.
All right, day 6.
Day 6 is for meditation, specifically focusing on releasing doubt.
Oh, meditation. I could definitely use more of that.
Me too. It's a great way to quiet the mind and become more aware of those limiting beliefs.
Yeah, and hopefully let go of them.
Exactly. And then finally, day 7.
The last day of the challenge.
This is about reflecting on the week and noticing any synchronicities or shifts.
Synchronicities like coincidences.
Yeah, like little signs that you're on the right track.
Oh, I like that. It's about paying attention to the subtle cues.
Exactly. So that's the 7-day manifestation challenge.
Wow, that's actually pretty comprehensive.
Right. It gives you a concrete plan to start experimenting with these ideas.
Yeah, I might have to try that myself.
I think I will too. Oh, and the guide also includes some stories from people who've had success with manifestation.
Oh, success stories. Always inspiring.
Yeah, like there's one about a person who manifested a scholarship.
Wow, that's amazing.
Right. They used visualization and put in the effort to apply, and it worked out.
So it's not just about wishing, it's about taking aligned action.
Exactly. And there's another story about someone who found love.
Ah, love. That's a popular manifestation goal.
Right. And this person, they focused on self-love first.
Ah, that's so important.
It is. They worked on their own self-worth, and then they met their partner.
So it's about aligning with what you want on the inside.
Yeah, and then attracting it on the outside.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So I think the takeaway from those stories is that manifestation is not like a magic wand.
No, it's not just about sitting back and waiting for things to happen.
Exactly. You got to put in the work, both internally and externally.
But the mindset stuff seems like it plays a big role.
Definitely. And the neuroscience backs that up, with the RAS and all that.
Yeah, it's fascinating how our brains can be programmed to see opportunities.
It is. So I guess the big question is, do you believe in manifestation?
That's a tough one. I'm not sure if I fully buy into it yet.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat.
But I do think there's something to the idea of focusing on what you want.
Definitely. And taking action to make it happen.
Yeah. And believing in yourself.
Right. And who knows, maybe there's a little bit of magic in there too.
Maybe. I'm open to the possibility.
Me too. So, for all of you listening out there, I think the thing to ponder is,
Yeah.
what's the real connection between our inner world, our thoughts and beliefs,
Mm.
and the things that actually happen in our lives?
Like, how much control do we really have?
Yeah, exactly. And how can we use that to create the life we want?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
It is. And it's one worth exploring, I think.
For sure. So to all our listeners, keep diving deep, keep questioning, and keep manifesting those dreams.
And we'll see you next time on The Deep Dive.
Bye for now.